It's another early Sunday morning, a relaxing Sunday. I got Abby with me.
Morning.
And today we're going to get out. We're going to do some more exploration around our area. So we decided today we're going to drive down to Fort Morgan, which is just west of Gulf Shores, Alabama, and check out the fort. I've personally never been to that fort before, so I'm looking forward to that. And also there's a ferry there. It's called the Mobile Bay Ferry that they drive between Fort Morgan and Dauphin Island, which Dauphin Island is south of Mobile. So we're going to do the fort. We're going to take the ferry over and maybe even see, there's another fort on the other side called Fort Gaines. We're going to maybe check that out. And Abby says there's a place there called it's a sea lab where they have like fish over there. So I'm hoping that they're going to be open. We can check that out because that's really exciting for me too, being able to see some of the native fish from the Gulf in our region. So we're on our way there now, and I hope to give you some good scenic shots along the way out here in beautiful southern Alabama. What do you think? We're going to do it?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Well, we made it out to Fort Morgan. This is a really interesting place. It's got a lot of history. So just a quick couple of facts before we get going. The construction on this fort started in 1819, and they said it took 15 years to complete it. It cost just over $1 million, and it was active all the way through until 1944, so World War II. So it has seen a lot of activity in its day. And there's a lot of history here. So we're gonna go walk around and see what we see. All right. So reading the info over on the wall, this was where one of the big 12-inch guns would be mounted there and come up over the wall there. The Gulf is on that side. Hopefully we'll see it shortly. Check out the old ironwork. You know, obviously I love seeing any of the old ironwork, especially, you know, you're talking what, early 1800s, 1830s, 1820s. So there's some I-beam construction, and look at the columns. They're formed and riveted together. I would imagine they are. Abby's talking about up here. You see this in a lot of the ceilings everywhere in the fort. So to me it looks like I-beams that they placed through and then concreted all around them and in between. Walking around to the other side, this is where your other 12-inch gun would be. Here's some more info on that for a battery to portal. This is the very southern tip, Fort Morgan, and I think that's going to be Dolphin Island over there, where we'll take the ferry ride to. That's Mobile Bay, all out there. What do you think?
It's awesome.
It's pretty cool in there.
Great view.
Oh yeah, it's awesome out here. It's pretty neat. I've never been here before. Abby pointed out there's a lighthouse due that way.
You can see the shipping channel, too huge.
Yeah, you can see some of the ships out there in the Gulf. And there's a lot of rigs out here.
Great fishing.
Yeah. You can see rigs just speckled all throughout, not only in the Gulf, but over here on this side as well, the bay side of it, Mobile Bay. Yeah, you want to go climb that tower?
I'm in.
It's a long ways up.
It looks a little scary at the top.
Coming
down is the problem.
It's a little breezy out here. Probably shaking around a little bit.
I might make it up, but I might not make it down.
It's just so neat standing in a place like this that's so old. You know, basically a place that's 200 years old now, and just looking at the foundation, the brickwork, the ironwork, the engineering construction that went into building this, and imagining those two gigantic guns sitting right there pointing out to the Gulf. Just really interesting. I love old forts, I love old structures, and I love to explore them, and it was great to finally come out to Fort Morgan and see it. So, you know, our plan is to take the ferry ride over to Dolphin Island, and there's another fort over there that we'd like to see as well. Abby was just asking about this this rail and asking me did I think that's original. It's absolutely original, baby. So you have your gun would be mounted there as a central rotating point, and then back here you would have like a wheels to allow it to roll that supports the back of the gun. So as they're rotating it, it's pivoting there and it's rolling on this rail right here. So they have a station here where there'd be 3. It looks like maybe there was 2 over there, and there's gonna be some on the other side like that as well. I hope OSHA ain't looking. You got one rail on the one side, just don't get on the other. There's a steep stairways right here.
What's the next word?
Not really sure what this is. I haven't read the book yet to see if it tells us. Cool ironwork. All right, so looking at the paper, that used to be the Mobile Point Lighthouse right there. And then that we just looked at was the hot shot furnace. In 1864, after the surrender of Fort Morgan to Union forces, and the heavy damage due to its exposed position can easily be seen. There's a heavy iron door. I guess, man. They got this railway through each side. And then went down that way too. Right here we had a rotational point. Oh, we found us a cannon.
And a very old trash can.
Oh yeah, very, very old, from a whole decade ago probably. Well, you guys still with me? What do you think of the tour so far? I know I'm enjoying it. I always love seeing this old stuff. So we'll keep walking around, see if we can find any other cool things to show on video here. There's some info about the fort itself if you want to pause it and read that. So this would have been where the main doorway to go into the fort would have been. That is obviously some rework, you know, throughout the years. But here's the hinges for the doors. Looks like they had to actually cut it off, you know, torch it off up top. And on the bottoms, the hinge pins are still there. Would have been a double door. Same way up top, they had to cut it off there. So we're gonna go out of the fort now. And there's one more battery right over there. Battery Thomas. We want to make our way over there. They got these up that gives you some really good information about the whole history of the, you know, the fort and the battles and everything that took place. The Battle of Mobile Bay. And this is an interesting map right here if we can see it. So we're right there, Mobile Point. There's Dolphin Island. There's Pensacola there. So you have Fort Pickens and Fort McRae and Fort Brancas right here. But we're over here on the Mobile Bay side. So looking up, we're right here, and then Dolphin Island right there. 2 batteries up here was the last stop for us on the fort, so we're about to head on out of here. But there is a museum, a small museum right over there, so I think we're gonna go check that out and see if there's any interesting artifacts that maybe we can see or check out that's in there. But other than that, when we get through there, we're gonna head right over there to the pier. That's the pier for the ferry, and hopefully take us a ferry ride across the bay. I can see the one coming back over there. Yep. Abby's pointing out dolphins just above the sea oats. You can see some dolphins breaking the water. There's a good shot of those big guns where we were standing earlier, I believe for the 12-inch guns. There's a good picture of it right there. There was 2 of them, one on each side in the middle.